One thing I've always admired about my parents, and I realized it's just the larger Somali thing, I grew up never having the mindset of immigrant parents, like viewing my parents that way. I viewed my parents as Somali parents.
Like the racists are actually just jealous of Somalis because of how successful we became in a matter of one generation.
What it do, family? It's your boy TW back at it again with another one. And yes, we are most definitely uncensored. We got some things going on. Like I always say, wouldn't be news and or content if we had some things going on. Now, would it be? Talk to me nicely. Best believe I talk back. Listen, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Turn your bell notifications on so you know when I'm going live and or dropping my next video. Well, family, in this reaction, it appears Somalians have a problem with not only Americans, but Black Americans for some strange reason. I don't know why. I'm just here to report the content. We're going to get to this reaction, though, because these Somalian women got some things they need to say about more successful than us generations. Well, matter of fact, let's just get to it, shall we? Yes, we shall. Let's continue.
Just jealous of Somalis because of how successful we became in a matter of one generation. And I was watching a lot of videos that are coming up on my For You page where people are saying, how come Somalis have nice cars and we don't? We've been here like how many generations? We were born here, our ancestors are from here, but Somalis drive nice cars. This whole thing is just...
Real quick, family, I have to intrude. First and foremost, I've never heard anybody say anything like such what she just referred to. Have you? Me personally, I've never heard any person, black, white, brown, whatever, that I don't care what you are, say, why does this Somali person drive up and I don't? Never in my whole entire life. I've never heard nobody in my family say no such. I've never heard them say nothing about anybody like that. So this right here is just crazy, but we're going to let it keep talking though. Let's continue.
You realize is jealousy. They're jealous of our success because they expect us like to be at the bottom of the bottom, right? And then we come here one generation, we work hard, we save our money. And Somalis are not the only community that committed fraud, okay? We're not all committing fraud, okay? Every community has bad apples, but they're trying to...
I mean, respectfully, man, any other community fleecing damn near $1.7 billion. And your generation, you said in one generation, really? You made that much money legally between all of y'all? Sounds kind of fishy to me. But anyway, let's let it keep talking.
To use that as leverage to hate on us, right? And attack our community. But what it is like when you're an immigrant group and you're Black on top of that and you're African, they hate you to be successful. They hate you to be successful. Now, if we were like European immigrants, like maybe Bosnians who are Muslims or Russians, and they become successful, nobody would blink an eye because they're white. But the fact that we're brown people from Africa, do you know what I mean? It kills them. Because the way we move, we don't move like we're inferior to anybody, right? And it's bothering them. And our name has reached the White House. That's how powerful the Somali community is. Wallahi, I have this thing where if...
Hold on. Man, you do realize your name has reached the White House. Not in a positive light. It's in a very negative one. Do you even realize that? You allegedly stole millions upon millions of dollars. Not you per se, but Somalians, allegedly. And you're proud that your name is reaching to the White House in such a form, you're literally pirates on land instead of in the ocean taking ships. You learn how to take ships, metaphor, on land. That's basically what you did. But let's keep talking though.
Somalis work together. The only problem Somalis have is like, we need to build our country back. Wallahi billahi, we could have been like we could have been a superpower nation. How gifted Allah has made Somalis in making money, in being successful, in being able to see opportunity everywhere they go. All right, so there's this like guy on my For You page, and he was talking about, I used to be a handyman, and I see Somalis, they all have nice cars. And then, the hate comments were down there, deport them, do this, do that. And let me tell you something. The reason why we have nice cars, nice clothes, we look good, we're shining, we're doing that, is because we work and we don't spend our money on nonsense. We don't spend our money on like the latest fashions, the latest wigs, the latest whatever. We save our money and we work as a family unit. We're not individualistic. We work as communities. We save our money and we help each other make big purchases that way. Somali community is very tight-knit.
You got to give her credit. She got to be telling the truth about that, because they done work really tight-knit and closely together, allegedly to steal all that money being accused of stealing. So I believe her when she say we work tight-knit as a unit. Yes, you do. How else was you able to fleece allegedly $1.7 billion? Come on. You better believe you work tight-knit.
Very individualistic. Everybody you're alone. You're expected to do everything yourself. In a Somali community, we work together. That's how we became successful fast. And we took, the opportunities that were given to us in this country. Is that wrong? Many immigrants before us did it. Why can't we do it?
Family, am I bugging? I know I'm not tripping right now. What does she mean? Is it generations before you have done it? Okay, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She mean back in the days when it was open terrain and free acres where you could steal and ravage and do everything you want without really having no consequences? Yeah, absolutely. In 2025, there's consequences for those actions that you're actually talking about there, woman. So yes, it's wrong. Why do you think your asses is going to jail? And they talking about deporting all of you. What do you mean? Is it wrong? Holy moly,
Successful too fast. That's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And now they're trying to come at our community, deport them, do this to them. Even Somalis, wherever we go, we're still going to be successful. Even if you deport them, they can still make money. Wallahi. And you guys will still be in the U.S. broke, living paycheck to paycheck.
Well, ma'am, you will not, more than likely, or your generations, or people in your family, doesn't matter if we're still here broke or not. I don't know where you get that notion from. Secondly, your asses won't be here no more. How about that? And this is how much of a idiot she is, family, realistically speaking. She's talking about people are jealous because they drive nice cars. But she also said they don't purchase the nicest fashions, this and that. This is how much of an idiot you must be. Because just because you don't purchase nice wigs and clothes that are very expensive, that attract attention, you don't realize nice fancy cars attract more attention than the clothes do. How about that? How about this? 5 of y'all living in a house, all y'all driving around in fancy Benzes? No. What's wrong with these people? I don't know. But there's another one that had something to say. So we're going to let her say what she had to say, because this right here is unbelievable.
I grew up never having the mindset of immigrant parents, like viewing my parents that way. I viewed my parents as Somali, parents, and they made it clear, abundantly clear, that anything anybody can do, I can do, and I can do it better probably. So I never grew up with this mindset. I've had a lot of conversations with other like kids of other communities who are kind of like, yeah, my parents were kind of like, you know, become a doctor, like keep your head down, like, you know, we're guests here, like kind of raising them as guests of this country. And we didn't grow up like that. We grew up with Inda Adeg. And that's why Somali people are so fearless. They're so passionate. They're so driven. They're so anything and everything under the sun. I think it's called immigrant tax or something. Like it's part of the process, like getting abused, getting doors shot on you, being mistreated. It's like the immigrant tax that you pay to be an American.
Hold on, family. You ever heard of that? The immigrant tax? Now they just making shit up. The immigrant tax. What? All right, we're gonna let it.
We're not trying to pay an immigrant tax. That's why you can't humble Somali people. I've noticed that, like, you just. What I love most about it is that if they try to go into a space and it's not fitting them, they leave and then they just go do their own thing. And like you'll see that, especially in Minnesota, like places with larger Somali populations, there are so many Somali-owned businesses. Like you could go your whole year just interacting with Somali businesses. Like have a Somali taxi, have a Somali doctor, have a Somali surgeon, have a Somali driver, have a Somali mechanic, have a Somali teacher, have a Somali principal. Like you could literally go the whole year just interacting with Somali people who speak Somali. And it triggers so many people because it's like, y'all don't want us around. We make our own spaces and then y'all still get mad. Okay, what do you want then? What's the end game? That you want us to be miserable? Like, but we're not meant to be miserable. Somali people are not meant to be miserable. Not.
Hold on. We don't want you around? No, we don't want you stealing. Don't you see the difference, woman? We don't care about your little funky ass communities. We don't care about that. Have your little kumbaya communities, your principles, all that. Keep it all. We don't want you stealing the goddamn money out of the taxpayers. That's what we don't want. Allegedly, millions upon millions of dollars Somalis stole. So all that you're preaching about, it sounds cool. It sounds very commendable. But you know what shatters it all? All that commendable talk? You goddamn stealing. That's the problem. If you wasn't stealing, nobody would be talking about you. What do you mean? What's wrong with it? Let's continue.
Made to be miserable. We're not made to be humble. We're not made to feel small. Like, so if you're not opening the door for us, that's fine. We're going to make our way. And that's what really pisses me off. It's like all of these really good traits of us, it's framed in a negative way. And especially as a former educator, like I see that language and how it kind of like affects the upbringing of kids in a lot of public schools. And I noticed this a lot when I was teaching. It's like Somali kids are themselves 100%. Like they are true to themselves. They're loud. They advocate for themselves. They stand 10 toes. Is that saying 10? And they stand 10 toes down. And it pisses me off that right now everybody's trying to paint this narrative that we're all scammers. We're not. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like there isn't some things going on. Like, but that's everywhere. That's every freaking where. Somali people are not the only people in America that are running.
No, ma'am. It's not everywhere. We don't hear no other state of one demographic of people stealing millions upon millions that's potentially adding up to $1.7 billion allegedly. We don't hear that from nobody else. So that right there is a lie, miss. You better check that. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Scams.
You're wilding.
But that's the only thing I want to talk about. So there are Somali doctors, there are Somali surgeons, there are Somali nurses, there are Somali teachers, there are Somali, anything in every job that exists, there is a Somali person that's doing it, and they're doing it big in Minnesota. I know that's the word that our president loves to use. We're doing it big, we're doing it great. That's us, okay? I've seen these videos of these young students doing the Somali Medical Association conference or something. Somali, some association for medicine or doctors or some shit. Like, that's incredible. Let's talk about that. Let's highlight that, okay? We are not all scammers. We are not all scammers. Every community has their flaws. Every community has their thing that they can work on. And there's time to discuss those issues and how to fix it. I'm ready to talk about it. But I'm not going to sit here and let people shit on Somali people as if we're the ultimate scammers of the United States of America.
family. Yo, you know what's the funny part? If you gotta constantly repeat, we're not all scammers, it's gonna kind of make people think that you're all scammers. Like, you shouldn't have to say that repeatedly. It doesn't make any sense. Well, family, with that said, hope you enjoyed today's reactions. Listen, if you're new to the channel, please like, share. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your bell notifications so you know when I'm going live and or putting out my next video. With that said, it's your boy TW, and yes, we are most definitely on Sense.
Gunshot.
Bang, bang, you're dead.
Bang, bang.
Hands on the world. Stand tall or lose it all, lose it all. So what you wanna do, huh? Stand tall on your feet or lose it all, lose it all. So what you wanna do, huh? Stand tall on your feet or lose it all, lose it all. So what you gonna do, huh? Stand tall or lose it all, stand tall or lose it all.
Top of the world, I get to gunning like a gangster move. This ain't no gangster movie, homie. This is real life, one of a kind. I'm not different.